One company just raised the most money in human history, $122 billion in one round. Overnight, one of the most valuable companies alive, $852 billion on paper. Then a team in China quietly hit publish. They made the same kind of AI almost free and gave the whole thing away, open to everyone. Its maker, bleeding billions every single year. So why should the winner be the scared one? Here's the strangest thing happening in tech right now. The most valuable startup ever built sells a product that just became almost free. Both things happened this spring, weeks apart. On March 31st, OpenAI closed the round it had chased all year. The biggest private raise in history. Nothing else comes close. Bigger than almost every company on the planet for a 9-year-old startup. And OpenAI still doesn't make a cent of profit. Amazon put in $50 billion. Nvidia and SoftBank, $30 billion each. For the first time, regular people could buy in through their banks. $3 billion came from individuals. So why would anyone need that much cash? Because OpenAI loses money at a speed that's hard to picture. Early this year, it made $5.7 billion in 3 months and burned 3.7 of it. Every question you ask ChatGPT costs them real money in chips and power. Millions of free users. Very few of them pay. The math is brutal. A handful of $20 subscribers has to cover the millions asking for free. The bill is compute. Renting Nvidia chips to run the models eats about $13 billion a year. For the whole year, the plan is $25 billion in sales and a $14 billion loss. So the money makes sense if the thing they sell stays rare and expensive. And that's exactly what just stopped being true. Meet DeepSeek, you might know the name. Early last year, they spooked Wall Street once already. A cheap Chinese model wiped hundreds of billions off Nvidia in a single day. This spring, they came back stronger and more generous. A small lab in China put out a model called V4. It goes toe-to-toe with OpenAI's best. Then they did the part that broke the math. They gave it away. Full open weights, an MIT license. Download it, run it, change it. Free. No permission, no monthly bill. It's just yours. And your data never leaves the room. For a bank or a hospital, that alone is worth switching. Open source means the recipe is public. Anyone can cook it, improve it, sell it. Chinese firms, startups, even hobbyists can now run world-class AI on their own machines. That used to cost a fortune and a team of PhDs. Now it's a weekend project. Think about why a company hands its best work to the world for free. That's not charity. It knocks the floor out from under Silicon Valley's prices. For China, cheap OpenAI is also a way to blunt an American lead. And if you'd rather just use their servers, look at the price. 14 cents per million words in. OpenAI charges $7.50 for the same thing. That's not a discount. That's more than 50 times cheaper. How's that even possible? Here's the trick. Most models wake up every brain cell for every single word. Expensive. DeepSeek's model is split into 256 little experts and wakes only 8 per word. It's like a hospital paging only the 2 doctors a case needs, not waking the whole building for every patient. Same quality answers, a fraction of the electricity. They trained an earlier version for around $5.5 million, and there's a sting in that number for Nvidia. DeepSeek says its method cuts chip use by around 95%. Nvidia just put $30 billion into OpenAI and sells the very shovels this makes cheaper. Notice the loop. Nvidia funds OpenAI, OpenAI buys Nvidia chips, and the same dollars circle back as growth. The losers are anyone who bet AI would stay expensive and closed. Now hold both of these in your head. OpenAI's whole value rests on one thing, selling access to the smartest AI. A team in China just turned smart AI into a free download. When the thing you sell becomes free, what are people actually buying? OpenAI would say, plenty. Something like 800 million people use ChatGPT every week. Newest models, biggest data centers, deals with Amazon and Nvidia. For a big bank, cheaper isn't everything. They want safe, supported someone to call. So the real product isn't the model anymore. It's the promise. Uptime, a contract. Someone to blame when it breaks. A brand and a habit are real advantages. For now. But here's the crack. DeepSeek matches them for pennies, and anyone can host it. And developers are already switching. Why pay 50 times more for a similar answer? Whole companies are quietly moving their bots onto the cheap open model. So the whole 800 billion is one bet that AI stays scarce and a few months' lead pays off forever. DeepSeek is the opposite bet, that AI turns into electricity, cheap, everywhere, forgettable. Electric companies still exist. They make money, but none of them is worth $800 billion. So why did Amazon and SoftBank still write those enormous checks? Because if OpenAI does win, even a slice of the AI economy is worth trillions. It's a lottery ticket, a very, very expensive one. And staying ahead isn't free. Each new model costs more than the last to train. OpenAI has to burn billions just to keep a lead measured in months. The gap used to be years. These days, it's weeks. Because the moment you ship a better model, the whole world can study it and copy the trick by morning. OpenAI's own paperwork almost admits the squeeze. Their documents point to roughly 115 billion in losses before real profit around 2029. That giant pile of cash they just raised, a lot of it only buys time. Picture the world's most valuable bottled water company. Now picture clean water starting to pour, free from every tap on Earth. That's roughly the week OpenAI just had. None of this means OpenAI is doomed. Brands and habits die slowly. But the easy story, build the best AI, charge for it, is over. The most valuable company in history is selling something the world just learned to make for free.